Hello, everybody. This is Kelsey again from Redwood Literacy. I am here to talk with you today about another amazing unit paired with the Writing Revolution book that we use for summarizing sentences and including lots of really relevant detail when it comes to summarizing. Now, I know that as teachers and as educators, one of the things that we are asking our students to do so often is to summarize what they've learned, and that's a really big task. So in order to do that, we have created at Redwood some resources that accompany the Writing Revolutions unit on this so that you have some lesson plans that you can grab and go, as well as some student materials to get yourself started. So with that, we're going to dive right in and take a look at those resources. We're looking today at Unit 6, which pairs very well with the Writing Revolution's 6th chapter on summarizing by mining for essentials. So we're really going to be thinking about the most important details, which we know is a key skill, not only for readers in class, but also on many exams. So this is really relevant and something that your students will use often. I'm right now in the lesson plan section, so you'll see that we have a disclaimer here. Everything that we've created at Redwood pairs with the Writing Revolution, but the Writing Revolution has coined these phrases. They're the ones that have used the research. We have created these materials as a way for you to pick up and go. So let's dive into our objectives. Each of these objectives aligns with the content goal of being able to summarize. So you're going to start out by working with students on summarizing and using sentence strategies. Ultimately, this is pretty much everything else that we've been working on with TWR relating to asking and answering questions about a text. So my main point for you to take home today is that whenever you're working on summarizing, it is so important to make sure that your students have tons of content and background knowledge. Don't introduce this topic at the start of a unit. It's not going to benefit your students, and it's not going to show what they know. This is a strategy that you want to make sure that you use after students have had plenty of opportunities to see multiple texts relating to a topic. They really have that strong foundational understanding. So if we go into week 1, we've got our objectives. Students will be able to use sentence strategies to write single sentence summaries related to content covered in social studies, science, or a novel study. Now, the Writing Revolution has explained that it's extremely important for you to make sure that you have content. So I've got a little note in here for you, making sure that you can substitute whatever examples work for you and your students. If you're teaching science and you're working on having students write a summary about the properties of matter, substitute that in for the examples that are in here. These are just a guideline. So we've got a couple of days worth of lessons, a full script, including some sample answers that you might provide to your students, some tips on how to take notes, which is a really key strategy when it comes to summarizing, because we want to make sure that students can get their baseline information. And that's going to be pretty much it for those lesson plans. Each week is going to be building upon the one before that. So if I go back to that table of contents up here, you'll see we start with sentence level, then we move into using paragraphs. So we're going to start building upon awesome sentences to make an awesome paragraph, making sure that we have lots of supporting details that summarize the things that we've been learning about. And finally, students will have the opportunity to use a combined outline. So this is where we're going to be thinking about a topic sentence plus an SPO plus a concluding sentence. It's going to give a little bit more structure for students who want to build those compositions. Moving over to the student materials, same objectives. We've got a couple of graphic organizers for you here too. So if you click in to the links, unlike the other units from TWR with Redwood, these are outlines. So rather than having a day-by-day activity, this is something that you'll come back to throughout the objective and throughout the week. So we can skip on down and see we've got a very basic summary sentence organizer, opportunity for students to plan on those dotted lines and then stretch it out. Then we've got a quick review again about those student directions for each one of these objectives. Then you scroll down and you see those student materials. So all of these are paired directly with the Writing Revolution. We again highly encourage you to check out that book. They give you all the research behind why these strategies work. They give lots of different ways to scaffold, so it works for pre-K up through college level. You just have to scaffold and provide resources for your students depending on their background knowledge. So highly recommend it. Again, this is on our Teachers Pay Teachers store. So if you visit Redwood Literacy's store on Teachers Pay Teachers, we have a bundle out now that includes this unit as well as every other unit. It's an amazing resource and it will last you throughout the entire school year. Every proceed that we have from these Teachers Pay Teachers stores benefits our students at Redwood, and it gives the opportunity for scholarships. So double whammy, awesome win. Make sure that you take a moment to think through what your students need and let me know if you have any questions. My name again is Kelsey. If you need to reach out to me, my email is kelsey@Redwood Literacy. That's Kelsey @ redwoodliteracy.com. Have an amazing day.